So do we finally have a true contender for a Firestick replacement in the year 2025? And when I say true contender, I mean decent specs, really fast CPU, 2 gigs RAM, 16 gig storage, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, Wi-Fi 6. To get all of that in a package costing less than $30, this really could be something very special for the year 2025. Now, this device is not make-believe, it's not a fairy tale. This is actually the brand new ON 4K Plus, which has already been spotted in certain Walmart stores. As you can see here, as reported by Android Authority, this 4K ON 4K Plus hasn't even been officially announced, but there's already some reviews on it on certain forums. So as you can see, it looks fairly familiar to the previous ON 4K. And this is really going to be one of the key questions that people have is, how does this compare to the ON 4K Pro? So you have the ON 4K, which is the basic model. Then you have the advanced 4K Pro, which has the 3 gigs RAM, has a 32 gig storage. And we now have this 4K Plus. Where does that fit into the mix? Well, now in terms of specification, this actually has the newer S905 X5M system on chip. So this is newer than the ON 4K Pro, which apparently is a 25% performance boost. On top of that, the GPU is about 130% faster, and it even includes some AI upscaling. Now, this is a feature of the chip, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it will be included in the software of Android TV. So I'll be interested to see once I get this device, if it does actually include AI upscaling, what you find on the Nvidia Shield Pro or the 3rd generation Fire TV Cube. And you can see it's powered by a USB-C port. So this could potentially open up other options, other peripherals you could install or use via Type-C USB, like a USB Type-C hub. Now, the other thing I noticed that if you look directly on the box, it does say US compatible only. Now, I'm sure many of you know that with the recent firmware update, ON actually blocked people activating the device in any other region other than the United States. So if you didn't have a USA IP address, you'd actually be blocked or you won't be able to activate your device. And you can see here now with the new device, they're putting that directly on the front. I mean, there is a workaround by using a VPN during the activation stage. So again, I'll be interested to see if I can get this device activated in the UK. Here we see another picture with the remote control showing they do have this big free TV button right in the center, which will probably open up the live TV guide, the Google TV live TV guide. And you've got the standard other buttons here, as you see with the other ON 4K devices. And the CPU does actually run at 2.5 gigahertz, where the ON 4K Pro runs at 2 gigahertz. Now, in terms of benchmarks, you can see it's got a very, very impressive score with 1083 single core performance and over 2700 multi-core performance. Now, comparing that to the other devices, we can see that's even faster than the current Google TV Streamer 4K. And compared to the Firestick Max 2nd generation, you can see that the ON 4K Plus has a faster single-core score, but the multi-core score is a little bit slower, as the 4K Max 2nd generation has 2811 for the multi-core score, whereas this has 2766. So very, very similar, very, very close. But you can see for the price point, which I believe is going to be $30, and that's what I saw on the Walmart website before they took the listing down. So to get these kind of specs, this kind of performance for around about $30, I do think that's very, very impressive. Now, doing a quick comparison to the 4K Pro, here we can see that the 4K Pro does give you more RAM, more storage. Out the box, you'll get Android TV 14 with the 4K Plus, whereas this runs Android TV 12. This one does give you a Type-C USB port, but we need to double check if that's going to be a USB 2 Type-C port or USB 3. But the main selling point, the main big point is the fact that this CPU, the 905 X5, is much newer than this. It's about 25% faster and includes those AI upscaling features. And also worth mentioning that this one also has the onboard Ethernet, even though it's only capped at 100 meg, whereas this has no other port other than the Type-C USB port. But again, you could potentially add in a Type-C USB hub, which will then give you access to an Ethernet port. But you can see once this device becomes available, this will be a clear winner against the standard ON 4K. And right now, I would personally pick this over the ON 4K Pro because of that much faster CPU. And for most people, 16 gigs of storage is more than enough. And in most cases, 2 gigs is also sufficient for most people streaming standard applications. Now, I do believe there's actually an updated version of the ON 4K Pro also coming out this year, which will run with the new CPU. I'm guessing that's going to have 4 gigs RAM, and it will also run the newer the S905 X5, which will basically be the top of the pile. So that will be the most premium ON 4K device, the top tier one, replacing this one. And this will basically be the replacement for the standard basic ON 4K Pro. So lots of options, but the big issue with all of these devices, which I've said from day one, is the lack of availability, as The only way to officially get these devices is to be in United States. There's no real easy way to acquire these devices in the UK or in Europe. You can pay for some, shipping. You can maybe buy them from eBay, but they end up being, 3 or 4 times the normal price. And it's one of the reasons why the Firestick is an easy recommendation, because it's available everywhere. If the on 4K Pro or the 4K Plus is available for you, I would definitely recommend that, especially at the $30 price point. If you can't get it at that price point, then again, using some kind of Amazon Fire TV device, I will still recommend that in the year 2025. So that's pretty much for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. Do leave me a comment below if you are interested in the 4K Plus. I should be getting this device over the next few weeks. So if you're interested in a full review, do leave me a comment below. Make sure you are subscribed with all notifications, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.